Well, welcome back, everyone. It is 12:30, and we are continuing to cover the weather across our region, trying to keep you informed. Safety message, but also it's frankly kind of pretty out there. And depending on where you are, you might be seeing lots of different types of weather. And if you are seeing some snow, be sure to take a picture or send us some cell phone video. Turn your phone sideways and email it or send it to us on social media. Let's take you to Chris Justice, Chief Meteorologist, with all of the insights. And Chris, we are just seeing it come down across our region. Anywhere specifically we need to be paying attention to?
You know, most of us are seeing this be an enjoyable snow. Just beautiful outside. It'll be here, then it will be gone type snow. Take a picture while you can, because by this evening, most of the areas will be seeing things wind down. But I do want to let you know that all of Greenville County now and Anderson County upgraded to a winter weather advisory. This is just into our weather center here, and it's because of these snowfall rates that are coming in. There will likely be some slick spots in isolated areas of Greenville County and in Anderson County, so you want to be very careful driving around. This advisory goes until 7 o'clock tonight, although the precipitation will be winding down as we get toward the mid-afternoon hours. So this will all be over with very quickly. It's coming down heavy enough in some locations that we will likely have that slick spot or two show up. Parts of Anderson County have already had a half an inch in some locations, and with these snowfall rates coming down harder and heavier, some slick spots are possible on the roads. Where we have more concerns, back toward northeast Georgia, Rabun County, Habersham County, up toward Macon County, North Carolina, Clay County, North Carolina. It's been snowing for a longer period of time, and up to 2 to 4 inches are possible with a winter storm warning until 7 o'clock. So we want to keep you up to date on these slick spots in these areas, but generally, if you're careful and you're driving slowly, you're going to be fine in this snow. It's not one of those major events. Live Super Doppler 4 HD giving us a great idea of the way things are unfolding across the area right now. You're seeing snow in Spartanburg, Gaffney, Union, Lawrence, and now Lawrence for the first time spreading down to Greenwood. Temperatures are cooling with that evaporation, that rain acting to cool things down in Greenwood, and now in uptown Greenwood, you're seeing the snow for the first time. And around the lake, Abbeville, Hartwell, Anderson, Clemson, seeing quite a bit of snow, heavy at times up through Pickens right now. In North Carolina, Asheville and Hendersonville, you're seeing the snow fly around. It's not piling up too heavy. In fact, you're not under an advisory right now. This is going to be over with very quickly for you folks, so a dusting to a half an inch to maybe an inch in some locations. Cedric, let's put a track on the back edge of this. We'll start with that because that gives us an idea of when things are going to start to taper down. This is moving through at about 35 to 45 miles per hour, so putting it through the first part here, we'll get it out of North Georgia here. So Murrayville, Gainesville, Clayton, and Toccoa. This is when things will be ending for you, about 1 to 1:30. Now let's put it through a little bit farther out here. So showing you when things taper down in Toccoa, Clemson, Greenville, and Spartanburg, all between 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and about 3 o'clock. That's when things will be starting to wind down for us. And even before that, we'll start to see it slack up a bit, and then it's gone, and we'll see temperatures warm into the upper 30s. I use warm relatively because it is still a very cold day. Let's get in closer here. We'll start off in our northeastern quadrant here into parts of Spartanburg, Cherokee, and Union County. Show you what's going on as you're out and about enjoying this snow, because it's coming down hard and heavy with temperatures at about 34 degrees, but that precipitation cooling it down, and we're below freezing back here toward Pickens, Clemson, and Walhalla, and that's where that new winter weather advisory goes for those areas. But up in here, we're starting to see that snow pick up for the first time in Cherokee County, Union County, and that's where we're seeing it come down heavy in downtown Spartanburg, cleaning up from a tornado just days ago. Now you've got some heavy snow moving through. Gaffney, same story, down to Surratt, Union, go down the hill just a little bit, so to speak, into Lawrence County, Waterloo, Clinton, seeing some snow, and now uptown Greenwood from Troy to Kirksey. You're seeing some flurries mixed in with parts of those rain showers. Same story for Abbeville, just north through Due West, seeing some pretty good snow. Anderson, most of you seeing some snow showers. The northern part of Lake Hartwell seeing snow. Please send us your pictures. I'm sure they're beautiful out there. Hart County, Franklin County, Stevens County seeing some snow, and then we've got bigger concerns up here toward the north. Parts of Habersham and Rabun County, that back edge is now moving through very quickly. I'd say that's moving through a little bit more quickly than we've seen it here lately. It's moving fast back toward there. And Cedric, we've seen some snow rates back in those areas at about 1 to 2 inches, and already 3 inches reported in some of these counties, so certainly some slick spots in Rabun County and in parts of Habersham County.
Yes, Chris. In fact, we can take a look at some of those snow reports there for you, and you'll be able to see here that we've got some of those numbers coming in. 2, 3, 4 inches being reported in several spots there across portions of that. Again, in Turnerville, about 3 inches of snow there. I've seen a report out of Raven County of about 4 inches of snow showing up there as well. So we're definitely seeing quite a bit of snow showing up in this region, and that trend will continue. I'll show you the wide view of this here, and I'll take the clouds off so you can see this better. This is a quick moving disturbance, so it's going to be kind of a fast thump of snow that's going to come through here, and we're seeing this here lasting for about 3 hours or so in any given spot. But where it's coming down at a moderate to heavy rate. Also notice how temperatures this morning before the snow moved in were in the mid-30s, maybe even a couple of upper 30s, but as that moisture, that precipitation started to fall through the column of air from top to bottom, it brought down some of that cold air upstairs. It brought it all the way down to the surface, and it has cooled the temperatures down. So many areas are at or near the freezing mark, and because of that, even if the snow is melting on the pavement, you've got to be very careful out there with temperatures right around freezing now. Anything that's melting into a liquid is likely causing some patchy ice to develop on spots, especially on those elevated surfaces. We're talking bridges and overpasses where the cold air tends to get locked in underneath and on top. That can circulate around and kind of almost like refrigerate the elevated surfaces. So we've got to watch out for that. Let's go over to Renee now. Renee, I know you've got some new stuff for us coming in, and I think everyone is really just kind of enjoying the, as Chris calls it, the Instagram snow.
It looks to be that way, Cedric. Let's take a live look now to Travelers Rest, where we see the snow. In just a moment now, we're going to see that the snow is continuing to fall. There we go. Oh, man, looks like it's picked up a lot. In fact, you can see it kind of piling up on some vehicles there. Honestly, folks, we might even start to see a little bit of snow on the roadways. Again, it's still a little bit early to tell, but with this kind of accumulation, the good news is it looks like drivers in TR are doing the right thing, which means slowing down, giving yourself plenty of space in between vehicles. If you're zooming on by, you got places to go, I get it, busy weekend, but as the weather continues to change, as it looks like we're getting a little bit of accumulation, why not take a moment to just pause, be safe? Always a good idea, right? Let's take a look now. We've got a live drive at Walhalla. This is Assistant Chief Photographer John Hendon now driving through our area, giving us a view of what other drivers are seeing. We should mention that this is a very safe shot. The camera is fixed to the vehicle while he focuses on road conditions, which is exactly what you've got to do if you're going to head out. Of course, with this pretty weather, why not stay home? Why not look out the window? But hey, you do you. Let's take another look at the 6 Mile, and wow, you can really see some accumulation there onto all of the tree branches. I mean, I know we're into the new year, but it kind of looks like Christmas, and because it's so cold, it looks like we might have lost our shot. Live television, folks, what are you going to do? And if you are seeing snow or, frankly, any type of weather in your area, get to a safe location and take a photo or take a cell phone video. We are setting up command center here, monitoring social media, kind of seeing what you guys are seeing, and that means we also get to kind of cross-reference what you guys are seeing with the data that our weather team is analyzing. Chris, what are we seeing across our region? Are things changing, or are they just kind of hanging out?
You know, there's some more concerns here for Greenville County just because the snowfall rates have been so heavy that there's now a winter weather advisory, not just for the northern part of the county, but the entire county. That includes you folks in Simpsonville, Malden, Greer, and Taylors, Fountain Inn, Berea, Marietta. That's new into our newsroom right now because of the fact that the snowfall rates are so heavy that there are going to be some slick spots in isolated areas. I don't expect widespread problems, but same story for Anderson County. You just got included into that winter weather advisory. These purple communities are basically a, hey, watch out. There's going to be some slick spots, but not completely shutting things down. Where we expect there to be bigger impacts here in the pink color. This is a winter storm warning. It includes Macon, Clay, Rabun, and Habersham counties in our viewing area. So you folks need to pretty much just hold down where you're at because the snow has come down so heavy that there's anywhere from 2 to 4 inches in those locations. So what we want to do is give you an update on the timing of all of this and show you where some of the hardest hit areas are. Let's go back to live Super Doppler 4 HD. Starting to see some breaks in and around Greenville County, and as this upper low pushes on through, it's going to start to lose some of its steam, and most of that energy is going to shift toward the I-77 corridor. So while we've got some breaks here showing up around the GSP radar, it's still coming down quite heavy in downtown Greenville. Spartanburg, Gaffney, entering Union, and Lawrence seeing some snow. And now that snow line is pushing farther south. You folks in Surratt seeing some snow. Union, Lawrence now stretching down toward Lake Greenwood right here. You're seeing some snow in Uptown for the first time there in Greenwood. Hooray! You can enjoy that snow, and that's what's so beautiful about this, is many of us are going to be able to enjoy this without the high impacts. We do want you to be careful in and around Greenville and Anderson, because in Anderson County particularly, let's get in closer here, zoom in as far as we can to Anderson, because areas like Starr and Iva, downtown, toward Gluck, Evergreen Hills, Campbell, you've seen the snow for quite a while now. And some of our live shots from Anderson and Clemson Boulevard have shown the ground covered in the grass, but the sidewalks and the pavement have been okay. But we're starting to see some slick spots on some of those back roads, so please be careful there. But bigger impacts back toward the west. Now, this is not going to last that much longer. Let's pull out and give you a bigger picture of this. We'll put a fresh track on the back edge of this. This is not when the snow is going to arrive, but when the snow is going to end. And for you folks, you need it to end pretty soon here in Habersham and Rabun County. So we'll put a track here for you to show you when things are going to taper off for Gainesville. About 12:41. Toccoa, things will be coming to an end at about 1:03. Commerce at 1:21. Parts of Clemson at 1:31. So between now and the next hour or so, things really taper down. Within the next hour or so, I'd say the snow line and the dry lines moving out of Oconee County into Pickens County, but putting a fresh track on it basically through our full area here. It's going to pick up in some of our bigger cities. You can expect the snow to taper off in Greenville by about 2 o'clock, and then Spartanburg about 2:30 or so. So this is not going to last all afternoon long, which is why you can really enjoy this for the most part. Kids are safe. You're at home enjoying it. Please send us your pictures on the ULocal section of our website. Let's take another 2 of our sky cams here, and we'll switch things back over to our Facebook platform. You can chat with us actually once we get off air here. Let's take a live shot right now from Greenville. This is our Peace Center sky cam. Look at those big fat snowflakes. It is coming down heavy. Now notice 2 things. One, the mulch, the shrubs, the top of the buildings here near Weiss Pavilion is covered. But notice Main Street looking okay. Folks are going carefully, which is what we like to see, and that's what you need to do in Greenville County. You can likely get to point A to point B without much issue, but you need to be careful. And notice just how beautiful those snowflakes are just flying around. Big snowflakes there. And looking live here at Travelers Rest, folks are able to move nicely there on Poinsett Highway. Notice the cars are covered, the grass is covered with about a ½ inch to an inch of snow. But again, the roadways, the pavement, the sidewalks not impacted as much. So it's one of those snows you can get out there and enjoy. And within 2 hours, things will start to end for us. And by the evening, most of that snow is going to be gone, without the exception of some of the grassy areas. So watching that closely. Asheville, Hendersonville, you're seeing some snow as well, but it's not coming down quite as heavy in some locations. We'll get back to live Super Doppler 4 HD and showing you the fact that it's coming down heavy. Temperatures are very near freezing, but not enough to cause widespread problems. We do expect travel problems, though, in Rabun and Habersham counties, Macon and Clay counties, and for Walhalla, Pickens, Greenville, Anderson, some isolated slick spots. We'll send it back to programming now for our on-air side of things, but please join us on Facebook. We're streaming live right now on our Facebook page. If you have a question you want to ask us, I've got the Facebook stream up on my phone right now, and we'll chat live. We'll send you back to programming. We'll have another update here on air at the top of the hour.
We now join our regularly scheduled program already in progress.
Well,